What is that?
9 minutes.
XQC hello from the UK, bro.
Looking very good.
Lidt for
Easy enough.
Good day.
Safe. What will be your name?
I'm Dr. George Washington.
What?
Dr. George Washington.
All right. Wicked. So does
Wicked.
Vince mainly look after sick animals?
No, we do a lot of preventive medicine, reproductive work, and everything.
Why was there so many sick animals in Vietnam?
There wasn't that many sick animals in Vietnam.
But weren't there like
Hello, Broken
millions of
TV.
Vietnam
7-month
vets?
wholesome sub-mess.
You're confusing terminology here. Okay, a veterinarian is a doctor of veterinary medicine. He's a person that treats animals.
For Will. So, I was getting it. So, loads of people went to Vietnam and then treated animals there.
No. You're confusing the term.
All right.
I'm a veteran, but I'm also a veterinarian because I served time as a veterinarian in the military.
For Will. So why do so many of those people from the military then later on in life want to start working with animals?
They don't. They can do anything they want to. There's no relation between a veteran of the military and a veterinarian.
Respect. And you is...
Respect.
I'm both.
Oh man, that's so confusing. I don't understand it. So to make this clear to young people out there, people who fights in wars is called veterinarians.
No.
People who...
Are called veterans.
Whatever. Veterans. People who does the animal thing is called veterans.
No, veterinarian.
My phone.
Veterinarians. Respect.
V-E-T-E-R-I-N-A-R. It's veterinarians.
When you was a kid, did you know that you wanted to grow up and be a veteran?
Well, you're still confusing. Just forget the word veteran.
All right.
Please.
How often is animals actually sick and how often is they faking it just so them can get a day off work?
Animals aren't faking it to get a day off work.
But what does you do if there's like a knock on your door and there's like a goat out there, whatever, and he says he's got flu, but you know he's lying? Does you tell the farmer?
The goat doesn't talk to us. It's the farmer that talks to us.
So is there a lot of sex diseases with animals?
There are a few, but not many, that's transmitted.
Is that because most animals wear connies?
No.
So is you saying that the man cows just whip it out and jizz over their Babylons, or what?
No.
So how does they stop getting them preggers? So is there any animals that ain't been discovered yet?
There could be. They've just found some in some of the jungles, different places that they didn't know exist.
Has you got any photos of the ones that ain't been discovered?
No.
All right, what about a video or something like...
Well, if you had a video, they'd have been discovered.
All right, not if they videoed themselves.
They aren't smart enough to operate a video. You aren't going to see that chicken there taking a video around.
All right.
He doesn't have enough, his brain is not developed enough
Yo,
for that.
man, him can hear you saying that. Don't cuss him.
I'm not cussing him. I say he doesn't, his brain is not developed enough.
He's like just there. He's going to hear you say that and be like well upset, innit?
No, he's not.
Isn't it?
Look at that!
That's why she wanted it.
Oi!
Like this.
Look at that fucking thing. What's that?
That's a
Oi.
chicken.
What? That thing?
It's a chicken.
Is that a real animal?
That's a chicken.
Check it out. Has you ever seen anything like that?
Yeah.
Look at it.
He's got feathers on his feet.
How come he is wearing that?
That's the way Mother Nature, that's the way his genes are. He was born.
So where is like the tigers?
This is not a zoo. This is a farm. This is like, this is more like a farm you would have seen probably when I was a kid.
What about a hippopotamus?
Hippopotamus, there, you go to the National Zoo and you can see them.
What, you ain't got them here either?
No, this is not a zoo. This is a farm. You know what a farm is?
Well, it's like a rubbish zoo, obviously.
Okay, I hope you learned something about animals.
Yo, we learned a lot
because
about
you have-
animals.
You have a lot to learn.
Keep it real.
Okay,
And respect.
okay,
That was good, dude.
Wicked.
okay.
I enjoyed that.
AliG. XQCL.
It's like a rubbish zoo, isn't it, bruv?
3 months. Nam.
This
Nam.
Was the Secretary General of the United Nations. His name be none other than my man, Boutros
AliG has a
Ghali.
book.
How
I have
many
it in my
countries
house
is in
somewhere.
the
If I
UN?
find it, I will PO box it.
If I'm not wrong,
yeah,
according to
did
the
it?
last statistics, it must have more than 180 countries.
Is Disneyland a member of the UN?
No, because Disneyland is not a independent state.
Do you think in 100 years' time, Disneyland or Disney World could have a seat?
No, Disneyland is not doing politics. Disneyland is doing,
Well,
it is
some of them is, some of them characters.
it is for the young children.
How many languages is spoken at the UN?
You have practically what we called 5 languages.
But which is the funniest language? It's French, isn't it?
Not necessary. Maybe Arabic is more funny.
Oh, yeah.
It depends to whom.
To you, what was the one that when the
Natural.
delegate went up and started speaking, you was like, man, I got to go
No,
to
no,
the
I'm
phone.
not allowed to do this. I'm the Secretary General.
Yeah, but there must have been one when they're going up there, and you just go, hey.
I have to have a poker face like this.
Do you speak French?
Yes,
How do you say shit in French?
Merde.
chic.
Shit. Like crap, rubbish.
Ah, oh, de la merde.
How do you spell that?
M-E-R-D-E.
M-A.
R-D-E.
Thanks for that. We want to say big up yourself, Boutros Ghali. Respect.
Here we are in the Security Council chamber
Wicked.
on the United Nations. This room was donated by the government of Norway.
All right, it's safe. So what happens here?
Here, 15 countries that come from different regions of the world discuss about world peace and security.
Safe. Respect. What's that, Jordan? Ain't it stupid letting one sportsman have his own seat, no matter how, powerful he is?
Well, that is not Michael Jordan. If you're referring to that gentleman, that is the state of Jordan in the Middle East.
Well, that's what you was telling the cameras, but ain't we all equal? Ain't it ridiculous letting one person have the same power as a whole country?
Well, again, it's not the person that is sitting there. It's the government of the state of Jordan from the Middle East.
Is it named after Michael Jordan?
It is not named after Michael Jordan.
Does this country really exist?
Yes, it does.
What's this?
Guinea. It's a country in Africa, the Republic
That-
of Guinea.
Is that a real country?
Yeah, it is a real country in Africa. It's quite a large country as well.
With full respect, why do you give crap countries a vote?
Well, that's your opinion of Guinea. That is definitely not shared in this organization.
I was looking around, where is Africa represented? Don't see it
Okay.
nowhere.
Well, Guinea,
Where? Where's Africa?
this is a country in Africa represented.
So you claim.
This is a earphone used by all of these people that sit here to listen to the meetings in 6 different languages.
So
Ain't
you
it dangerous
claim.
though having translators?
Why do you think that? Why do you say that?
Because let's say the translator is a double agent or something like that. He can say, well, dodgy stuff. Like apparently the Vietnam's war was started when Saddam Hussein's got in a translator role, and he was going to send in an email to the president of Thailand and to just ask him for a cup of tea, but the translator role put in something that turned out to like, your mum is a whole and nice boulder, and the Thai person got well eggy, and then that's what happened. That's how the Vietnam's war started, isn't it?
Well, I'm not sure that your recount of the story is correct. It might very well be, but as far as
Well, that is the word on the street.
Okay,
How does you choose who sits next to who?
it goes in English alphabetical order, from A to Z.
Can you swap if the person next to you is really annoying you?
Can you swap? No, I don't think you can. No, the answer to that is no.
What happens, does you ever separate people if they is mucking around? Like if they is chucking stuff at the president, Kofi?
Well, no, that has never happened as far as I know, so that has not been a necessity, no. At 3 o'clock, there is a meeting taking place here.
In like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yes. A meeting taking place here to discuss the situation in Iraq.
Can we be in the meeting?
No, you can't.
What about-
We can't because
What about just me?
nobody can. No public is allowed here for security reasons.
So what's going on in Iraq that we should know about?
Okay, Iraq is suspected of producing weapons of mass destruction.
Wicked.
Gas and nuclear weapons.
What a laugh. And where does the boss man sit?
Well, the Secretary General sits right here.
He sit here.
Yes,
Wicked. Can we sit here?
definitely.
I was saying, I was just written that Saddam Hussein is a bell end.
Okay.
Just sort him out.
Oh, diggity, check yourself
Then was your last night?
before you wreck yourself. Drugs is ruining people's lives. That's why I is here with none other than Will Glaspie, who be a special agent from the Drug Enforcement Agency. Respect. Safe.
Thanks for having me on.
So let's go through these. This is Moroccan black, isn't it? He's got to be a geek not to know that.
Looks like some hash, very similar to marijuana, and is used in quite the same way.
For people out there, what is its effects?
It slows down your reaction. It slows your ability to learn as well. Your brain just really slows down and doesn't stop functioning, but it slows down the learning curve.
And is there any negative effects?
That would be a negative effect.
And how much would something like this cost?
It really depends on the quality of the weed. I mean, some weed now can go for over $1,000 a pound. That's
You was really being ripped off. I can get you that much.
Well, it not necessarily, depending on the quality of the weed.
Does you think people move on from the herb to other drugs?
The problem with marijuana is it has frequently been referred to as a gateway drug.
So does you recommend this as a good first smoke?
Absolutely not.
So just to make clear, all this stuff so far is legal. What about the other stuff?
All this is, just to make clear, all this is illegal.
What? Okay, so it ain't legal, but if it's just for personal use, let's say you was just got like half a kilo at home or whatever, that's Irie, innit? That no problem.
Not in the United States. In the United States, that's still illegal.
What's this little baby in?
Those right there is MDMA, known on the street as ecstasy.
Is there chemical in these that actually make you dance like a prick?
I don't know that there's anything that makes you dance like a prick, although I can tell you I've seen some videos, some people that are using that stuff and dancing, and I guess that's the way to describe it.
If kids out there absolutely asked to take some, how many is it safe for them to take?
For somebody to put even one of those in their body would have, it's absolutely crazy.
Because my mate Dave took 24 in one night. The next day he was really buzzing, had loads of energy, and everyone on the Egham to Langley Village bus said that he drove it better than ever before.
Well, again, I've known, heard stories and talked to parents whose kids took just one tablet.
Does you think it is ever right to give an animal an ecstasy?
Not if you like your animal.
What about if the animal looks really sad?
First of all, in the United States, it's illegal to even to possess these, and if you're going to possess them and provide them to an animal, you probably have some mental problems yourself anyway.
Is there any other things that is addictive?
A lot of different drugs are addictive.
How come Pringles is legal? Because even they admit that, once you pop, you can't stop.
Hey, I even heard a lot of people say that chocolate's addictive too, but they're not necessarily drugs that are going to screw with your brain.
What is happening to all these drugs after?
After we do a seizure, they're all incinerated.
Why don't you give them to charity?
Because no charity could take illegal drugs like this. It'd be harmful to anybody who actually got to them.
You out there, listen up, learn, keep away, steep clear. Because once you start taking this, then you're going to take this, then that, mix those together, try a bit of that. You'd be really, really mashed if you took all of that in one go, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would.
It's totally, you know, that's enough for that whole party of people. Big up yourself, keep up the good work, and keep it real.
Thanks for having me.
I'm sorry
Safe.
for that last donation message.
What is the different types of hash out there? We all know that it's called the bionic, the bomb, the puff, the blow, the black, the herb, the sensi, the chronic, the sweet Mary Jane, ganja.
Okay, chat. Last one, chat. This is the last one. Last video of AliG. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I hope you have a good time in college.
Scum, pig. These are some of the terrible things the police is called. Other things include the fuzz and the fuzzy muff.
I hate that. Because I don't like the scripted laughs. I think it's boring as fuck.
Give the flange respect, because they is keeping the streets safe from the most dangerous weapons.
I want to
This
skip.
is Detective Superintendent David Hatcher from the police. He is here to show us some of the terrible weapons that brothers is using on brothers every day. Ain't that right? Now, what is this?
Right, this is basically it's two bits of wood. It's called a chucker. Sometimes it's called a flail.
So where can you get these kind of things from?
Yeah, I hate that. I hate laugh tracks. Dude. Guys. I'm sorry, dude. I don't want my people laugh for you. It's like, dude, if I find it funny, dude, it'll be funny to me, dude. Don't laugh before the joke even processes anybody, dude. These guys already, they're already in the mood that they're gonna laugh there. So it's like, okay, well.
Over 15 murders happen in the US every second. That is a well scary percentage. And when the coppers can't handle it, they're calling this special branch called the FB. Aight. I lead the FB, I lead the FB, boom! I lead the FB, I lead the FB, boom!
So what actually is the FB?
The FBI is the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Okay, laugh track. I'm so done with this, dude. It's so fucking annoying.
Yo, boom, boom, shake the mofo room. I is here with the main man of medicine, his name BC Everett Coop. So all you lot out there need to listen up, because you is as likely to be killed by an illness as you is by a drive-by. So let's talk about the human body, because after all, everyone has got one of them. So we is meant to believe. How important is the art?
The heart is the pump that makes the blood take all the things that you need nutritionally to all parts of your body.
Why is the actual heartbeat so old-fashioned? You know, boom, 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 boom.
That's a built-in mechanism in the heart that is, it's electrical.
But surely, like, my homies out there would be more into looking after their heart if they had a beat that they could relate to, like a kind of drum and bass, you know. Then they would look after it and go, yo, this is me art, respect it.
No, you're way off base there.
But why can't we use technology and, let's say, take out some of the with all respect, boring organs and stick in like a CD player and like wicked speakers, you're like booming out, it's like a walking sound system. That would be wicked, man.
It would be wicked is what you say, it would be impossible is a better word.
Well, what about sticking a mobile phone in there? Surely there's space for that.
You just don't know what you're talking about. What do you think would happen to your body with the cell phone in there?
Well, it would be able to answer calls and all that kind of thing.
No, you'd start to bleed, you'd start to get infection, and before long, if nobody intervened, you'd be dead.
What is the brain?
True.
The brain is the thing that you have to have. Without the brain, nothing else works.
Is the brain's memory any good?
The brain's memory is perfect.
Chat, I have a question, chat. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, dude, but isn't the heart autonomous, kind of? Doesn't it's like this autonomous muscle type of thing?
So how come I can't remember my PIN number?
Well,
I think it's got like a 4 in it.
I could give you a quick answer and say you're stupid, you know.
Well, that obviously ain't the real reason.
Well, it's the beginning of truth.
Does all of us really have
what did you say?
The beginning of truth.
Real reason?
Well, it's the beginning of truth.
Does all of us really have bones, or is it just what the media want us to believe?
You all have bones.
We know this is a generalization,
Go back.
but how come I can't remember my PIN number?
Well,
I think it's got like a 4 in it.
I could give you a quick answer and say you're stupid, you know.
Well, that obviously ain't the real reason.
Well, it's the beginning of truth.
Does all of us really have bones, or is it just what the media want us to believe?
You all have bones.
We know this is a generalization, but why is all skeletons involved in evil stuff?
That's just skeletons are the last thing that disappear.
How fast do bones grow?
They grow very remarkably until you're a certain age, and then when you go through puberty, bones stop growing in length.
How come some bones can grow in like a few seconds, like a few inches?
That can happen.
But how come the dong bone can,
It's not a bone. It's not a bone.
It is a bone, isn't it?
No, it isn't a bone.
But it does grow well quickly. I just got like 11 girls that, I can prove it. They can give you written evidence.
It's not bone.
Do you reckon it's ever okay to end someone's life?
No, I do not.
But like with my cat, when him had a broken leg, we took him to the vet.
Your cat is not a human being.
Well, my cat was a human being.
No, please don't confuse me. Your cat was not a human being. Nobody in the world believes a cat is a human being.
Yeah, but it had human feelings, though.
No, he doesn't have human feelings.
It was sad sometimes.
I'm sure it's sad.
It was sad when they had to puka it because of the leg. Let's talk about a big thing. Death. D-E-F. I was talking about the thing that happens to you, you know, a few weeks after you was alive. That's bad, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't spell it that way, though. It's D-E-A-T-H.
So what is the chances that me will eventually die?
That you will die? 100%. I can guarantee that 100%. You will die.
Right, he was being a bit of a pessimist there.
No, I'm being an absolute realist.
I didn't realize he was a player hater. I'd like to get a second opinion on that.
There is nobody that I know who has a mind and a brain who doesn't know that everybody will die.
I like to think that 4 out of 5 people is definitely going to have the death thing happen to them. 1 out of 5. God bless. Keep going. Keeping it strong. Oh.
You will eventually find you're wrong.
Whatever. Keep it real. Yo, big up yourself.
Whatever. You know what I like about AliG, dude? With his characters, that when a convo is about to be boring, right? When the interlocutor, right, says something that sounds kind of boring, he doesn't even acknowledge the answer. He just says another question, right? I think that's so smart, dude.
A few seconds, like
watch this.
Leg. We took him to the but it had death. D-E-F.
Right here.
It's after you is alive. It happens to you.
Spell it that way, though. It's D-E-A-T-H.
So what is the chances?
See? He doesn't give a fuck about the answer. He just continues.
That me will eventually
they
die.
edited it. Oh. Fuck, dude. Guys, why can't you guys let me win sometimes, dude? Why can't you guys let me fucking feel smart and say something smart for once and interrupting me, dude? Can you guys just fuck off with that shit? Let me say something smart and move on with it. Just say yes, 5-head. Fucking hell, man.
Easy now. If you ain't careful, sex can lead to some terrible things. Herpes, squat rot, or even worse, something called a relationship.
That's why I was off to meet John Gray to find out how to avoid one. Aight?
Hoe staat dat? Hoe staat dat?
Yo, I was totally into abortion. I has been responsible.
Oh yeah, you're right.